When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of the Make We Talk program. So many things going on around the globe and also in a little island, Jamaica. We're listening and watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. This is Make We Talk. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk Jeffery Tavares YouTube channel. This morning, we're going to speak some more about the DPP, day 3 of the hearing of the determined DPP, Lady Paula. There is also other news going on where the PNP patriots are demanding the resignation of many members of the Christopher Tufton-led Ministry of Health and Wellness. And they're also calling for the permanent secretary to resign and the chief medical officer. The permanent secretary is Gladstone Bryan. You know, sometimes when you hear these things, you ask yourself the question, where is Jamaica headed? Where is Jamaica really headed? And so many of our people in our country don't understand the political apparatus of Jamaica. And we must understand that summer start on the 21st of June. And the political climate is heating up, like how it's heating up in my computer room here in the studio. I don't know what's going on. The air condition is almost a bit hot. Anyway, maybe because I went and took a hot shower. But the political climate is heating up in Jamaica. And this summer, this August summer, here, the last summer before the general election, in September and November of this year, there'll be both conferences of the People's National Party and the Jamaica Labour Party. Is it that the Prime Minister will fly the gate at the conference of the Jamaica Labour Party? Or would he fly at the gate of one of his campaign meetings around the country? If many of you don't understand what is going on in Jamaica right now, Jamaica is in a campaign fever. Going to be a hot contest campaign in this country. The time is hot and the two political parties are heating up. The People's National Party get a little momentum in the local government election. And here comes the whole dual citizenship saga, where they're dubbing the opposition leader as Marky British and Massa Mark, and so all sort of shebangara. And now, the little momentum that the People's National Party gained in the local government election, it seems as if the momentum is dwindling away. And why I say that is because a lot of people on this platform may say, Jeffrey, what are you talking about? It's because when you look on the whole scenario of the political system in Jamaica, I always say this, a day in politics seems like a whole week. A day in politics seems like a whole week. And whether we like it, yes or no, the momentum that the People's National Party gained in the local government election, they better be careful that they lose that momentum, They better be very careful to lose that momentum. A lot of people on this platform will say, Jeffrey, shut your mouth. But if you watch the political system in our country over the years, like I do, you have to be very careful, when you attack certain institution in this country. Although the institution is in a very saggy corner right now. And I speak none other than the health ministry. In the 1990s, Jamaica's health sector wasn't on par, And people will come and say, Jeffrey, stop chat nonsense. Go and do your research. In the 1990s, Jamaica health sector wasn't in par. And we got to be very careful that when we start trump up and say, hey, this person to go and that person to go. In the 1990s, under the leadership of the most honorable PJ, Percival James Noel Patterson, our health system was all that to par, And when I say the People's National Party, be very careful of what they're saying. They are to be very careful. Calling for resignation is one. All right to call for resignation. But remember that when you have permanent secretaries, they are civil servants, And they will, if the Labour Party lose the election, that doesn't mean that Gladstone Bryan or the Chief Medical Officer, Jacqueline Basesa Mackenzie, will go because Christopher Tufton may lose, or the Jamaica Labour Party may lose the election. Gladstone Bryan and the Chief Medical Officer remains. I'm yet to be corrected if that is not so. But I want you all to know something here. That the People's National Party must be very careful. Be very careful of how you do things. Because you may end up losing the momentum of the voters of this country. And if you don't play your cards straight, the pendulum may swing back to the green people. We have to take this thing seriously. That the pendulum do not swing to the green people at all, if that is the case for the People's National Party. So the comrades must be very careful. The Laborites are keeping up their momentum in going around the country and having series of meetings. And one thing that the People's National Party need to do is to present their facts to the Jamaican people and campaign on their facts. They must be all over the place. The People's National Party must take up the mantra and have campaigns on social media like what the Labour Party did in 2016. Because the Labour Party had the momentum in 2016 of the bloggers of social media then. And we better be, not we, they better be very careful. And if they don't do something like that, they are going to lose the momentum of an election if and when the Prime Minister put on his green clerks and call it. Whether he call it at a divisional conference meeting of the Labour Party, or whether he call it at the national conference of the National Arena or the National Stadium, we don't know. But election is due. And what we see so far for the couple of days, the Prime Minister is in election mood. The Prime Minister of Jamaica is in election mood. Whether we like it, yes or no, is the truth. When he's going to call it, I really don't know. But he is in election mood. And when you see that happening, get prepared. For those Jamaicans out there who keep on saying, me not vote because blah, 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 get up and vote. If you don't vote, you don't have a say in the democracy of your country and how your country is being run. Get up and vote. That you must have a say in what is going on in our country. And when I say that you must get up and vote because you need to have a say, it's because when you look on a situation of the DPP, Jamaica's chief prosecutor of the country. She represents Jamaica anywhere in the world she go as Jamaica's chief prosecutor, as the Director of Public Prosecution for this country. We need to not only speak out of what is going on, but we need to we need to sit back, relax, listen to the final outcome of the court. And if the court going to rule in favor of the good lady, then the Jamaican people must get up and speak up. We cannot sit back idly by and see much things go, see how much injustice going on in this country, and we do nothing. We say nothing about it. And why some people don't like the way how I say things or the way how I do things is because those who know me and those who have been around me from high school, college, they know who I am. I will speak without favor or fear. And I will say what is on my mind. And for those who don't like it, tough luck. If I see something that I said that I need to apologize for, then I will apologize for it. But whatever I say, I stand by it. If I said something on this platform that is not true, factual, and I find out when I come off the program that, hey, Jeffrey said something that wasn't right, I will come back to you the next day and I'll apologize. That's how Jeffery Tavares is. Long and short of everything, what I'm saying to everybody this morning, on the sound of my voice, get yourself prepared who can vote. Get yourself prepared. Because the day is coming when the Jamaican people must and will go to the polls for the next general election in this country. Let it be said that at this defining moment in our history, that we, the Jamaican people, get up, speak out, and exercise our rights to vote. We must vote for a better justice system. We must vote for a better healthcare system. We must vote for a better civil servant system in this country. We must vote for a better education system, a better security system in this country. It cannot be hold on for me, please. Hold on for me, please. I'm just distracted. Yes. We, the Jamaican people, must vote for what we want for our children's system, for our children. I do apologize. I am. Yes. We must vote for a better system. Somebody sent me something a while ago pertaining to calling for all parents, teachers, and concerned citizens. The Ministry of Health is promoting sexual behavior to our children. You know something? Somebody have been telling me about this, and I decided I'm going to do some more research on it. And I'm going to do some more research on this thing here. And I'm going to do some research on it. I'm going to ask some people to come on. And one of those people I want to come on to speak some more about this, because I know she's very upset about it. It's none other than Pastor Dr. Paula Thompson. I'm going to have a program on this. But in the meantime, as we have this program going now, I was speaking about the whole idea of we, the Jamaican people, must vote for something that we believe in. We must exercise our right to vote. Pastor, if you're listening to me, what you sent to me, I'm going to look into it and dig some more deeper in it and get some more articles about it and speak on it. And when I do so, I'm going to invite you on the program, Pastor. Because our children must be the future of this country. The Director of Public Prosecution believes that she's the only person who can remain as Jamaica's Director of Public Prosecution. And as I was saying, when you have our parliamentarians who believe that they're above the law, they go to Parliament and they are the one who preside over laws that have been passed in the Parliament. The Constitutional Court of Jamaica ruled that the Director of Public Prosecution should retire. She must go home, go sit down. When she applied for an extension to remain as Jamaica's Director of Public Prosecution, the current Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Michael Andrew Holness. I don't have to give me title. I'm a doctor now, but he can't provide any surgery. The university of somewhere give him doctor. You see? He told her no. But for some unknown reason, the Minister of Injustice, Delroy Chop, went to the Parliament to pass through some legislation for her to remain as Director of Public Prosecution. It passed, everything went fine. The People's National Party, with the leader of opposition business in the Parliament, decided to take it to court, Philip Paulwell. The Constitutional Court rules. Pastor, behave yourself. Doctors who can't help nobody. The Constitutional Court rules that the Director of Public Prosecution has passed her retirement age. It is unconstitutional for her to still remain there. They decided to take it to the court, the appeal court. Now the appeal court is in session. Yesterday was day 3. And I want you all to listen to something here from the news. I want you all to listen to something here from the news. Wherein at least one of the 3 judges hearing the appeal of the Director of Public Prosecution, listening to the PNP lawyers arguing the case in the Parliament, in the Court of Appeal, rather. Sorry, what is wrong with it this morning, Jeffery? In the Court of Appeal. And I want you all to listen to something here.
And the opposition disagree. It's a central point in the high-stakes appeal on which the government and the opposition disagree. The resolution of the question will likely determine whether Paula Llewellyn is reinstated as the country's chief prosecutor. She's been off the job since April. The PNP has argued that the challenged constitutional amendment had the effect of creating a second extension of Paula Llewellyn's tenure. The opposition says that it grants Ms. Llewelyn a power that was never intended by the framers of the Constitution. Justice Laing questioned that reasoning. He asked Attorney Kevin Powell, quote, "Counsel, she has the benefit of an extension and therefore she is validly in the position at that time. She is not now seeking a second extension. She is getting an extension by virtue of the amendment, so she is not applying for a second extension." End quote. Powell raised the question as to whether the Parliament was then seeking to circumvent the process laid down for granting extensions of the DPP's tenure. He told the Court of Appeal that where the Constitution is amended, it should be forward-looking and not retrospective unless that's explicitly stated. Again, Justice Laing raised concerns with the line of argument. Quote, "Counsel, I don't get that point. Why are you saying it is retrospective if she's currently in the position and the Act is extending the period beyond her current term, so it's not going back and granting her an extension?" End quote. Justice Jennifer Straw also echoed similar concerns. She told the attorney the amendment was not saying the DPP had left the office at 60 and then should be called back into service. Justice Straw repeatedly asked why, as the incumbent DPP at the time of the law's passing, Paula Llewellyn should not benefit from its provisions. Mr. Powell told the judges that in order to apply to Ms. Llewellyn, the amendment needed explicit language saying it intended to have that effect. He stressed to the judges that without that specific language, Ms. Llewellyn could not be a beneficiary of the amended law. He said the law could only apply to future DPPs. The appeal hearing is on its 3rd day. It continues Thursday morning at 9:30.
Today is Thursday. It continued this morning at 9:30. Based on all of this that you're hearing, it begs to ask the question, why is it that when these people, I'm not being disrespectful, we're going to say old people, but when these people reach retirement age, they refuse to sit down and hold on to power. You have Lester Mike Henry of the Jamaica Labour Party, who has not been seen in the parliament since Wappy killed Philip and Philip dead long time. Huh? You have the former opposition leader of the People's National Party, Peter Dr. David Phillips, who has not been seen in the parliament, and he's still a member of parliament for somewhere in St. Andrew. And it begs to ask the question, why is it you have Desmond Mackenzie, who is 70-something years old, Carl Samuda, who is 70-something years old, Babsy Grange, who is 70, Mike Henry, who's 80-something. All those people has reached retirement age a long time, and they still sit in our parliament. So it begs to ask the question, does it matter if the DPP is at age 65 and they say that she must go and sit down? Does it matter? If we have all those people who is drafting the laws of our country is still sitting there, I think there is something fundamentally wrong with that, you know. And that is why we the people, when the American Constitution speaks about we the people, I wish that when the drafting of our new Constitution, these people put in the Constitution about we the people. Because we the people have no say in what is going on in the country, you know. We have no say. Because we have people who are sitting in the parliament who are supposed to go home, sit down and rub their grandchildren, play with their grandchildren, hug up their wife and go on cruises and spend a little money when they take from away. But they're still sitting there. Thank you very much. I'm asking everyone on this platform here, and past if you're listening to me, share the Make We Talk YouTube channel to other people. Ask them to like, share, and subscribe. For those who are on the YouTube channel here, like up the live, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to know when I go live. Like, share, and subscribe. Please, like, share, and subscribe. Come on, students. Come on, students. We're in a classroom right now. We're in a classroom right now. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Like up the live. Give me about 1,000 subscription today, or 1,000 people watching me, or more than that, or 1,000 likes. You know, when we sit here and we have these people who are passing laws, and if Delroy Chuck has no regard for the constitution of this country or what the constitutional court says, then what sort of example is he sending to the younger generation of Jamaica? Huh? What an example are they sending to civil servants in this country who has reached retirement age and have to go home, go sit down? But you have people like Lester Mike Henry and others in the parliament of 70-year-old, 80-year-old. Some of them can hardly go. It looks like we have to put on some pampers for some of them and use wheelchair, push them out of the parliament. Huh? Is this the Jamaica we want, where these parliamentarians has no regard for the constitution of this country or the constitutional court? No. As I said to you yesterday, you know, and I keep on saying it to you, do not be surprised if when all of this is finished on Friday, when the court hearing is finished on Friday of the Director of Public Prosecution, Miss Paula. Do not be surprised if you don't hear that she still remains as Jamaica's DPP. Pastor Educator, he's here. Someone already read Pampers. I am not showing anything at Mike Henry, you know. But it's the truth. We Jamaican, the normal Jamaicans who are out there, we have to retire at age 65. So why is it that the laws that they pass in the country does not apply to them? That's all I'm asking. The law that they pass in the country, why don't apply to them? Why Miss Paula, whatever her name is, Director of Public Prosecution? And you know the funniest thing? Jamaicans, you know, are paying two Director of Public Prosecution right now, you know. We are paying two director. We are paying two director. We're paying Miss Thompson to act as director, and we're still paying the Director of Public Prosecution, Lady Paula. We're still paying her. We are still paying her. And that is why we must demand accountability in this country. Yesterday, I was listening to a press conference, and the Minister of Gender Affairs and Sports, Olivia Babsy-Grange, admit to the nation that her ministry has two permanent secretaries. Now tell me something now. Why should her ministry why does she have two permanent secretaries in her ministry? Those are the things that we need to speak about. And when you have a prime minister come out and talk about we spreading propaganda news and fake news on social media, tell me, why should the Jamaican taxpayers be paying two permanent secretaries in the Ministry of Gender and Sports? Olivia Babsy-Grange's ministry. Why? We're paying two Director of Public Prosecution. I want you to listen to what Lady Diane Jackson Miller have on her YouTube channel pertaining to day 3 of the hearing of the Director of Public Prosecution yesterday. I want you all to listen to it. And I want you to listen to it clearly, because we're going to talk about it. We're going to take phone calls too. Listen to this, please.
That Mr. Wood, representing the government, his position was the act was passed in accordance with the Constitution, and therefore it's valid. Argument done. Argument done are my words. He never said that. But clearly that's what he meant. So Mr. Hilton now says to the court, you know something, if Mr. Wood is correct, if his arguments are correct, he should be able to sit down right now. But according to Mr. Hilton, Mr. Wood's arguments were plainly wrong. Those are his words. And Mr. Hilton used as an example the CCJ case, Caribbean Court of Justice case. Now, this is from the time when former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson had wanted to have the CCJ, Caribbean Court of Justice, as Jamaica's final court of appeal. So the government passed a law to replace the Privy Council with the CCJ, even though that law was passed in accordance with the procedure that was set out in the Constitution. The matter went all the way to the Privy Council, and the Privy Council said, no, that's not enough. Sounds funny, not true. Law can be, trust me. Mr. Hilton also answered Mr. Wood's argument that there can't be an issue of separation of powers in this case. Now, Mr. Wood was arguing that because the legislature, that is Parliament, and the executive led by Cabinet are so closely intertwined, you can't have a separation of powers breach. You can't have an argument that one of them is interfering with the other. But Mr. Hilton said, no, we do have cases that show that you can have a breach between those two branches. Mr. Hilton also insisted that there is a principle that things should be done for a proper purpose. Then he said something interesting. He said the government side is making arguments as if we live in a country where there's parliamentary supremacy. So what does he mean? So in England, former colonizers, they have what they call an unwritten constitution. You can't go out as we can and, just buy a little book with the constitution in it from the government printing office or download it from the internet. They have what they call, as I said, an unwritten constitution. And in their country, Parliament is supreme, meaning Parliament is boss. So in the United Kingdom, you could never have a situation where a court looks at a law that Parliament has passed and strikes it down, saying it's unconstitutional. They don't have the power to do that because Parliament is supreme. In Jamaica and in other countries like Jamaica, our constitution is supreme. And that means that nobody, not even Parliament, can go outside of the constitution.
Stick a pin there for me. Stick a pin there for me, listeners. Oh Lord, hold on there for me. Stick a pin there for me. What am I doing here? Hold on for me, please. Oh Lordy, I want to put back up this thing here. Yes. There you have it. Stick a pin there for me. What she just said a while ago. The Constitution of Jamaica reigns supreme. What the Constitution of this country says reigns supreme. The Constitution of Jamaica is above the Parliament of Jamaica. And that is why these parliamentarians have this thing about them. Have this thing about them, where they rush things into the Parliament to amend the Constitution to suit themselves. And that is why we must ask the question, why is it that Delroy Chuck is held bent and keeping this woman as Director of Public Prosecution for this country? Before we go any further, I want you all to know something, that Justice Seymour Panton, who heads the Integrity Commission. Am I correct? Yes. They have sent over the documents to the Parliament, to the Senate and the Speaker, to table in the Parliament about the statutory declaration of the Prime Minister and the illicit six. On a radio station a couple weeks ago, former Chief Justice Seymour Panton told the people of Jamaica that he will submit the papers to the Parliament for them to table it. And he did so. He did so. We're waiting to see if this Prime Minister of Jamaica, if his statutory declarations will be passed or will be certified. The Jamaican people are still waiting to know who is the illicit six, the 6 parliamentarians who are under investigation. In which other modern democracy you have a leader of a country who cannot, his declaration cannot be certified. We don't know how much money he worth. We don't know how much house he have, but yet he still sits in the Parliament of Jamaica. In which modern democracy can this nonsense continue to happen? People may say I'm all over the place, But you know, sometimes I remember things that you have to say to your listeners. So get prepared to hear what happens out of the parliament come next week. Because we're told that come next week, Tuesday or sometime next week, it will be tabled both in the parliament, then to the Senate. And hopefully, the Speaker of the House, who rules with an iron fist, Juliet Holness, the wife of the Prime Minister, she's the Speaker of the House. For those who don't know, Jamaica's Prime Minister, wife, Juliet Holness, is the Speaker of the Parliament of Jamaica. So we'll see if she will make it public to the people of this country. Let's go back to what Daina Jackson Miller said, that the Constitution of this country reigns supreme. In other Commonwealth, in other jurisdiction that has the same Westminster's government as Jamaica. London, apparently, the Parliament of London reigns supreme. But in Jamaica, the Parliament don't reign supreme in this country. The Constitution of Jamaica reigns supreme. And that is why the Jamaican people, whether they live outside of Jamaica or inside of Jamaica, must get a copy of the Constitution, especially a copy of the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedom. We must have a copy of it, and we must know our rights, because for far too long, these willy-nilly, these fly-by-night people believe that they have enough power to wield what they want to wield over our heads and get away with it. Want you to listen to some more of what Daina Jackson Miller have to say. Listen to some more of this, please.
That's why our courts can say this law is unconstitutional, it's null and void and of no effect. So Mr. Hilton's argument was that the government side was acting as if, or has been making arguments as if Parliament is supreme, and that's just not the situation here. So then for a while, his colleague on his team, K.Paula, addressed the court. K.Paula, very well-respected lawyer, but not King's Counsel, yet calling it into being, Kevin. But so he addressed the court from the second bench, since he's not in King's Counsel bench. So Mr. Powell now was looking at this argument being made by both Mr. Lays as well as Mr. Wood, saying that the purpose of this Constitutional Amendment Act and the Section 2.2, which is a very controversial section, they were arguing that the purpose of it was to allow the DPP to be able to retire early if she wanted. Mr. Powell said, no, that's not necessary, because when you look at the Pensions Act of 2017, he said Ms. Llewelyn qualifies under the Pension Act as an existing public officer, and therefore her rights to her pension and the possibility of her taking early retirement, he said those rights are protected under the Pensions Act. So he said, despite Mr. Lay's argument that the Pensions Act left Ms. Llewelyn out in the cold and unprotected, he said, not true.
So hold on there for me now. Hold on there. Hey, mama me, mo, money. Hey, Jesus. No, sir. You people realize what is going on? Delroy Truck know all about this Pension Act from beginning, you know. You all see what is going on in this country? You all see what is really going on? The Pension Act. The Pension Act protect Paula in a way that when Delroy went to the Parliament to amend the Constitution, that Paula could stay as Jamaica's Director of Public Prosecution. You think that Delroy Choko is a minister of injustice, not justice, injustice. You don't think he knew about this? So although Paula has sent in a letter that she is unable to do her duty at this fundamental moment and hypocritical moment and hypocritical moment, when you realize that she still not get her pension. Listen to some more of Dan Jackson Miller is saying. Very interesting. And I want you all to go over to Dan Jackson Miller's YouTube channel. Just type in Dan Jackson Miller and subscribe to her YouTube channel.
He said she indeed was protected under the Pension Act. Her rights were secured there. So the judges asked, but why should she, as an incumbent DPP, be shut out of the benefits of this increased retirement age? And Mr. Paul said, no, she's not shut out of the benefits at all, apart from the fact that she had already reached retirement age and already got an extension. So the judge said, but having got that extension, that meant she was still DPP. She was validly in the job and she wasn't getting a second extension.
All right. She was already in the job, so she wasn't getting a second extension. This thing is very confusing. I am no lawyer, nor do I profess to be a lawyer. But on see how they're confusing the Jamaican people. Listen to some more of what senior journalist, one of Jamaica's well-known journalists, an attorney at law in her own rights, Daina Jackson Miller, one of the journalists that I look up to. I have the utmost respect for her, not because I'm using this why I'm saying it, but I've always had the utmost respect for her because I love to listen to the way how she asks her questions and beyond the headlines, or you know, when she's asking questions whenever she go to do journalist work. And I want you all to go over to her channel when we're finished here, to like, share, and subscribe to her channel. Listen to what she's saying, some more of what she said in the DPP.
What happened is that she was benefiting from the new law by way of the increased extension. Mr. Powell said, well, that's going to relate to their argument as to whether or not Parliament was trying to go around the Constitution and grant Ms. Llewelyn a second extension. So I know we're going to be coming to that argument a little bit later on, so make sure you listen out for that. I think that's going to be very interesting when we see how that argument is made. All right, I just want to remind you, judges ask a lot of questions in these hearings, and that's because, you know, they're trying to test the argument of the lawyers. They also, if there's something they don't quite understand or they think doesn't quite make sense, they are going to ask a lot of questions about it to see if the lawyers can fill in any gaps in their arguments. So these oral arguments, as they're called, when people stand up in court and, you know, elaborate on the written submissions that they've sent in, are really, really important, especially if you hear the judges asking, what about this? What about that? They need to be, you know, on their feet. They need to be on the game. They need to be on top of the material and really be able to explain their position to the judges. So then Mr. Hilton, it was time for Mr. Hilton again. They were alternating, you know. And Mr. Hilton said the amending act, that's this controversial Constitutional Amendment Act, he said it breached two constitutional principles. It breached the principle of separation of powers. It breached the improper purpose principle. So he said the key issue that the court has to answer is, do these two principles exist in our Constitution? And did the Constitutional Amendment Act breach either one or both of them? That's actually two questions, but all right, you know what we mean. Now, Mr. Hilton also addressed the argument that Mr. Wood had made when Mr. Wood had said the courts need to look at just the plain language of the law and not taking all kinds of other considerations into account, such as the living tree principle. And Mr. Hilton said in response to that, that the court can and should look at different factors and different considerations when trying to make a decision about a particular law. Gonna have to leave it there for today.
Wow. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. When you sit and you listen to all of this, you say to yourself, what is going on in this country? I want to open up the phone lines, and I hope I have people call in and share your views on what is going on with this DPP. She has reached the retirement age. She sent an extension to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister says no. And in the same breath, the Prime Minister's Minister of Injustice, Delroy Chuck, went to the Parliament of Jamaica and passed through a bill to extend it. She have I think she had 2 extensions, yes. And now, you don't hear a word from the Prime Minister pertaining to what is going on. Reggae girl, how you doing? You don't hear a word from the Prime Minister pertaining to the DPP, because he was the one who said, listen to me, no, you have passed the retirement age. I'm not going to give you any more extension. Hold on for me. I'm not going to give any more retirement age. My. The numbers to call into the program here. We're going to open the phone lines for us, for you all to call in. The numbers to call in, let me stop this here. Is 954-529-8030. A lot of people know this number now by heart. Our nation is in crisis. Whatever you want to believe it, yes or no, it is. Will the justice system rule for the Jamaican people? Or will the justice system rule for Paula and Delroy Chuck? Huh? Will the justice system rules for the Jamaican people? Or will the justice system rule for Paula and Delroy Chuck? I'm the Attorney General of Jamaica. Because this lady, this same lady here, let me go back to this. For those of you who don't know, hold on for me. A pleasant good afternoon. Welcome to the Equator program.
Pleasant afternoon. Happy Thursday to you, my friend.
Yeah, man. Turn off the TV in the background.
All right, because of the program I listen to, I'm never even sure how to get it to you, but
yeah, man.
Greetings.
Greetings, my friend.
Yes. I'm listening to this thing because I'm not in Jamaica. I'm in the US. But I'm listening to all these different tragedy been going on down there, including the topic you are on with the DPP and all these things. It's clearly messy. As far as I can see and look at it, it is so very messy, and the reason for it is just brute force and power.
Things like Riverton Dome.
I don't know why it is this place just moving like it's a free for all. People just do from them in power, they just do what they want to do. My country messed up, man. Trust me, my country messed up. I'm so glad to get in touch with the program.
Thank you.
And continue doing what you're doing. To be telling the truth, it's the first I clicking on your program. I always see it. But you have a thumbnail. Make we talk. We are gonna talk again.
Thank you very much, man. I hope you like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
Listen, man. Say no more, man. Say no more. Yeah. I'm a St. Catherine person. Spanish Town person.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So, you know, I love my place.
Yes, man.
I'm a want to see it back in the days like how it used to be when we could walk up a young street and go around the corner and all these things. You understand? So, continue to do what you're doing.
Thanks much.
No love.
Okay. Good. Oh, Lord. Good afternoon.
Good day.
Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to the Equator program.
Yes, Jeffrey, good day. For months upon months, you and the other bloggers have been preaching to the Jamaican people to just forget about the green and the orange for a while and focus on our country. We have been preaching, we have been showing the things stage by stage that have been taking place. structures that have been put in place, the apparatus that has been put in place by the present Prime Minister, right? To be a dictator. In last thing he did was other day with the press conference. We know a long time that he must spy on the Jamaican people with Pegasus. But the last visit by the minister, Darrell Bars, when he went to Israel. But no, that was even nobody can tell us in what capacity he went to Israel for. But the former minister, Minister Morgan, remember, said that he have address of all of the computer UPL. He said that. Jamaica didn't hear that. No, didn't take heed. Minister Vaz came the other day again. And he said, but in Jamaica is secret. You didn't take heed with that. You never take heed with that. Then the Prime Minister come recently now. And said, and the team plan said, you can't find all I know. All I know, you have to find it, you have to track.
Hold on for me, sir. The time the Prime Minister take to find all of us on social media who are saying stuff. Let me make something clear this afternoon here. There's a lot of people on social media who will say some stuff where, in my opinion, I'm supposed to say, but that's freedom of speech.
I agree with you.
Hold on there.
Totally.
Hold on there. It's freedom of speech. I can say whatever they want to say. It's their channel.
Yeah.
But the time the Prime Minister of Jamaica take to be going on his Pegasus something from Israel to find out who is this and who is that, he must use the Pegasus I had on there. They're in the spy on the Jamaican people with to find out who are the criminals. If he had used the Pegasus or whatever he has down there, the teacher lady who this is the so-called share rider, taxi driver, take her away and rape her and kill her. Maybe should be alive now.
Yes. You know, Jeffrey, I don't believe in people going on any type of social media and disrespecting the Prime Minister by telling what they're going to do and what they're going to do and suffering of them. No, I disagree. I totally disagree with that.
That's what I always say, sir.
Yeah.
If you don't like the man, if you don't like the person, but at least respect the office of the person who holds the office of
the Prime Minister. You know, like him.
The office of the person who holds, the office of the person who holds belongs to the people of Jamaica.
Yes, and he must be respected. Yeah. Right? Come out and attack him on his policies, his actions, and if he lie. But don't tell the Prime Minister, because he was elected whatever like it and that is our Prime Minister. You don't tell him what was kind. Don't believe that. But to tell the Prime Minister, I wonder if this Prime Minister realize that the United States of America and Canada and England and all those countries hear him speech and listen and watching him. Because what it find out is that the same social media put him in power. He utilized it to the maximum. Nothing wrong with that. But now the same stick will lick the yellow snake will lick the red one, you know. I turn back on him. How are you so boss?
Let me answer a question, sir. The topic that we're on today is the DPP. Hold on for me, sir. Do you believe that the DPP should remain as Director of Public Prosecution based on utterance from the DPP that she made on nationwide radio by telling the Jamaican people and members of the Jamaican diaspora, CARICOM and the entire world, that she has dealt with tainted jurors in cases before?
That alone is qualifying. But there must be a reason why the government go all out to keep this woman. There must be a reason why you keeping this woman. What secret you have for woman? And this woman have no pride. No pride. If you have any shame, how can one human being can read up on TV, newspaper, people call you all type of name? Where's your pride? Where's your female pride? Where's your dignity? Where's your integrity, man? Nobody have to tell you walk. God Almighty, you not about shame? Walk away, man. Walk away from it. There must be a reason why they want this woman. You get 2 extensions. The first one, the Prime Minister said, no, you can't be extended. You violate Constitution to keep this one person. Why? You go to that extreme to violate the Constitution. What secret is a woman of all? Are the last tool in the box to save her? Are the last tool in the box to save her? What is happening to my country? I never dream.
I tell you something, sir. If the people of our country don't stand up for themselves, sir, we could talk to a blue in the face. We could
but they're not
talk to
standing
blue
up.
in the face, sir.
They're not standing up. Look, for example, look at what happened in Kenya. The man come out and with him big mouth and run about raise taxes for bread. The people that in the streets right now, he reverse it. But he reverse it too late. Where is it Jamaicans? Can he least go take it, if you walk in a crowd and step and he want to fight, he want to kill you. He want to take up machete, he want to chop you. But when you come to stand up for your rights, you talk about every election is the most important election in the history. Let me tell you something. This is the last election of when vote if you no vote right. This is the last election of when vote. Police have stopped your road. The police have one mass. Like you go in war, you go in Ukraine go fight war. You have no ID pan him, you don't have nothing. In call all type of name, right? In bad man in front of your wife and picnic them. In call your boy. In one gram sack you. I got you watch a program that ex-policeman, man say man, me ex-policeman. I know they may training you get man. You don't talk to people like you identify yourself. Me not talk to you. Me not show you a paper until you identify yourself.
Yes.
Right?
All right, sir.
We are in a military style police post. That's what it is right now.
All right, sir. Thanks much.
All right, Jeffrey. All right, Uncle Jim.
Thank you. There is something I need to read to you all. Integrity Commission for immediate release. Integrity Commission submitted 2023 to 2024 oral report to the Parliament for tabling. On June 26th, it was yesterday. The Integrity Commission wishes to note to the public that it has submitted the Parliament Annual Report for 23 to 2024 financial year ending March 31st, 2024. The report, which is the Commission's sixth annual report, was formally received and signed off by the Parliament today at 2 p.m. Those who are in receipt of the report are the Most Honorable Juliet Holness, MP, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Senator, President of the Senate, the Honorable Thomas Tavares Finson, Tom Tavares Finson, OJCD KC.J.P., President of the Senate, the Clerk of the House of Representatives, Ms. Lowe. Want to hear? Let me read it again. As a matter of fact, you know what? I can send it to me, my email and put it up on here, so. I can send it to my email and put it up on here. Hold on for me. We're going to take calls, but hold on a minute, please. Hold on. Let me go over to here. Let me come out of this. Go into my email and put up this, make everybody can see. Want you all to see. Justice Seymour Panton has sent over the report to the Parliament of Jamaica to be tabled. Let us see what's going to happen. Hold on for me, please. I'm going to take this over to you all. I want you all to see it. Just bear with me, please. Don't go anywhere. This is the Make We Talk program. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. It is now 1:36 in the United States. 12:36 in the land of wood and no water. One moment, please. Hold on, I get this thing here. Okay, here we go now. Let's go over to here. Let's go over to here. And let us make sure everyone can see this. Hold on. Okay, come here. Go here. Let me get this up and show you all. Here it is. Let me go back into this. There it is. I can't zoom it in anymore, but that's how it is. And it's stated, for immediate release, Integrity Commission submitted 2023-2024 annual report to the Parliament for tabling. June 26, the Integrity Commission wishes to note to the public that it has submitted to the Parliament of Jamaica its annual report for 2023 to 2024 financial year, ending March 23rd, 2024. The report, which is the Commission's 6th annual report, was formally received and signed for at the Parliament today at 2:39 p.m. And it was received by section, hold on there for me. I won't go into any details of that, but it was received. It was received by the Most Honorable Juliet Holness, Speaker of the House of Representatives, the President of the Senate, the Honorable Thomas Tavares Finson, OJCD KC, JP, Miss Lowe, Clerk of the House of Representatives. Clerk of the House of Representatives. They signed off on it. Let us see if this will be tabled in the Parliament. And I hope and pray that the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mrs. Juliet Holness, don't sit on this one and tell the people of Jamaica there's the clerk like it happened, and then they fire the clerk. Like how they tell Mrs. Valerie Curtis to retire soon. And Miss Valerie Curtis had us to retire. But Miss Valerie Curtis is at King's House working now. You know what? You know that? Yes, man. Valerie's at King's House watching the GG for the people of Jamaica. So there you have it. The Integrity Commission has filed the report to the Parliament of Jamaica. Let me see if anything, hold on there. Yes. So they have filed the report to the Parliament of Jamaica. And let us see if Mrs. Holness, who is the Speaker of the House, will be tabling this in the House, or should be hiding from the people and tell the people some stupidness. The numbers to call into the program is 954-529-8030. Do you believe that Mrs. Holness will be tabling the report? And do you believe that the DPP will remain Jamaica's Director of Public Prosecution? What do you think? Call into the program 954-529-8030. Hello?
Good afternoon, Sir Jeffrey.
How are you doing?
Not too bad, sir. I know our listeners. It's not a must if he should, you know. It's a must that he have to table those reports. They are servant of the public, you know.
Yes.
But they are making it look like the public are a servant of them. This is where we're going wrong. As Jamaicans, we're not using our brain. We see what is unfolding in the court now, where the government is fighting for one person who would have passed their retirement age or soon past their retirement age. But all other civil servants who is facing difficulty, who maybe need some more time in their job, the government gets rid of them. Prime example is Miss Curtis.
Yep.
So why we couldn't start off for Miss Curtis? One report, you get rid of Miss Curtis. But one thing you keep Miss Llewelyn to do what? That's what I can't understand. We hear people like, we see people like comment saying she's doing a good job. Tell me 10 big cases that Miss Llewelyn have won in Jamaica.
I tell you something, you know. They have it to say on social media that why people like me and Rattig and all that, because we are paying people propagandists, and because hold on, they're saying if Paula staying there, Paula don't send the gentleman who they say kill his wife to prison, and we don't want that. I never see a bunch of idiots in all my life like that.
So, alright. So, you are PNP or not PNP? How that has to do with the printed written of the land, the law?
Thank you.
What that has to do with the law? You didn't write the law. Any of the list of persons didn't write the law. It's the same peoples in power who are there now is the problem. Why Daryl Chuck or Delroy Chuck would have gone over midnight, come rush something that's need thoughtfulness, which never put forth.
And the funniest thing, you know, sir, when you have people like Delroy Chuck going to disrespect, in a sense, the Jamaican people, because when I say Jamaican people, you know, the opposition is the government opposition, you know, that's the people's opposition. And when Delroy Chuck didn't even consult the people's opposition to this, he has disrespect of the people of Jamaica. And
you don't even have to go that far. I'll give you a better example. That link Mr. Chuck of disrespecting Jamaican people, disrespecting the Constitution, and disrespecting the law. The day that Daryl Chuck passed his seatbelt and the cell phone law, no use of cell phone.
Hold on there for me. It's Daryl Vaz, not Daryl Chuck. Daryl Vaz.
No, Mr. Chuck on his way to crossroad there, they catch him on the camera using his phone and driving.
It was Mr. Chuck. Was it Carl Samoda?
No, the one was with Daryl Vaz with the police. One with what is Mr. Chuck? And when they pressure it, if they're not gonna charge him, nothing come off the case. It's all over the internet. And I'm saying you are the justice minister. You are the one that helped pass that law. And now you are seen in the same position of the law that you passed. No mention of reprimanding was done. Charge him just like me, you or anybody else.
No, man. What you fail to understand, you know? The Jamaican people fail to understand. There's two Jamaica. One for the people of the Vumvava and the Vumvavi in Upper St. Andrew. And the other one is for the lower class of Jamaican who live below Crossroad, the dirty foot trousers and the dirty skirt trousers woman them.
Jeffrey, I said this on an Vatican program one night, and people were creating one bag of excitement, and I still stand by that statement until I die. I said there are two people, politicians in Jamaica, will always respect, and one set of people they don't respect. They will always respect the person with money and resources and education. They will never respect the man with liquor and no resources. Because there's no way some of these plans the Prime Minister are talking about, he could have gone in front of Mr. Leachin with some of these stupid plans. No, Mr. Leachin have money and resources already. Somebody uptown with their child have good quality education. Need none of these nonsense that you are talking about. You have to come with feasibility plan. When he goes somewhere, I said to the person, you ever seen a political meeting in Cherry Gardens, in Barbican? No. Certain committees are not going to go with that because people have access to resources. It will always be a meeting with low-income communities to tell you the best things in sliced bread. But where's the bread so you can slice it? You would just look on all the political meetings that run around in the by-election, in the little mini-election that come. If you see any keeping up Jack Seal, Narbrook, none of those well-established, well-income communities. Why? You can't promise me sliced bread when I have the bakery already. You'll have to promise me a market to sell my bread.
You're so correct.
That's my input today, sir. Thanks much.
Thank you very much for calling in. Thank you. Numbers to call is 954-529-8030. The Integrity Commission has submitted their annual report to the Parliament of Jamaica, the People's Parliament. Mrs. Holness, remember you are the People's Speaker, you know. You're not the Labour Party Speaker. You are the People's Speaker. And you better table this report. And I want to know if when we come on social media and start speak about it, if your husband, who is the Prime Minister of Jamaica, want to come and chat some nonsense in our ears, hold on for me. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Mequitar program.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Tavares.
Yes, sir.
I going to take a bet. that report on the table until the appeal court make that decision.
Well, the appeal court will make this decision tomorrow.
They're going to make a decision tomorrow? Are they going to take a few days?
No, hold on there. Maybe they make it tomorrow, I don't know, but I know tomorrow is the last day.
It's my last day, they must make it tomorrow.
Tomorrow is the last day.
Then they must make it tomorrow because
the parliament hold on for me, sir. The parliament will table this on Tuesday of next week.
And I'll tell you that only way that going to table based on the history that these parliament or speaker, former speaker, all them show Jamaican people. They only table things that are a civil servant.
Well,
but nothing about the government people.
With all fairness, with all fairness, it cannot be tabled tomorrow. It has to table next week during the parliament.
Next week. And I'm saying, sir, based on the history of the House Speaker when come on to integrity report, if it involve government, they put them involved and lock it and put gang out upon it. If it was a civil servant, it was Jamaica here. And that
the people in the parliament are civil servants,
No, sir. They should be civil servants, but they are not. They are king, queen, and done.
Because are you people make them be king, queen, and down? I don't see them.
No one.
I'm saying you, sir. When
you understand.
When the Jamaican people, hold on for me, when the Jamaican people see some of these parliamentarians, because I know some of the parliamentarians say, no, don't call me no boss. I'm not no boss, don't do it. I've heard them say, I've heard one and two say it before. But you have some of them who love to hear that, And when the Jamaican people say, boss, give me something, boss, everything all right, bossy, something bossy. The word minister in Latin mean servant of the people.
Servant of the people, yeah, they are yielding to the people. Jamaica have a DNA when it comes on to voting, say, give me a beautiful, I will vote for you. I don't vote for principle. I don't vote for what is better for my son and daughter and granddaughter come up. My beautiful one day, and that's what I vote for. And I'm from 1962 until now. These young people, they have the power in their hand to change the way people vote. When you stand with your grandparents and your uncle and thing, you're supposed to educate them. I remember when I was, days I call me socialist activist. In 19, I was a champion for Youth Smart. Because every household, right? And we tell them what the thing will benefit them under Michael Mann's second term. Right? When you tell somebody for them, so we're going, I was going to have a good education, so I'm going to go to one place named Exeter.
Hold on for me, sir. You're talking about the late Michael Norman, man. And with all due respect, you can talk about him, yes. But right now, what we're talking about is the DPP.
I know, sir, but I'm saying the young people, them need to educate some of them family of what is to their life.
But some of the young people themselves need education, That's not educated at all.
Did you know that? 1976, right? 30% of the voters, people that vote in that election were young people. 1976.
Speak about no. What do you think about no?
No, I'm not sure all young people. No, I'm not sure all young people were influenced in those days.
Okay.
And because we were influenced, the civics were taught us in school. Right?
All right,
we everything. I go back to this
I'm on next call.
IG. Yeah, this IG report not going table until we know if DPP got our job back or not.
All right, sir.
Remember, mark my word.
Okay, sir. Thanks, man.
Okay.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Make We Talk program. You're live.
How you doing, Chris?
Hey, Chris, how you doing, man? I'm here looking at living like Moti.
With the Barbados for a little vacation, take a little break out of the madness of the US.
Oh, Lord, I wish I was like
But Jeffrey,
yes.
I sent you some stuff earlier, but I kind of dovetail off of the DPP whole situation.
Yes.
And let me first say that everything is connected.
Yes.
The fact that we have a compromise and corrupt DPP in Paula Llewellyn, who has been working hand in glove with the government, which she's not supposed to do, by the way. She's supposed to represent the people of Jamaica, period. Not represent the government, the people. But the whole corruption thing is a part of all of that. And you can't get one without the other. So the fact that Holiness is trying to put gag order on the public now, he put it on his MPs, and now he want to impose it on the public, is within the same sphere as what is happening with the DPP. It is all corruption. You follow everything and it end up at the same place, at the desk of Andrew Holiness. This man.
One thing I can say, Chris. If the Prime Minister of Jamaica believe that he's gonna put a gag order on the Jamaican people from speaking, he make a sad mistake. In the Constitution of Jamaica, it said the Jamaican people have the right to speak, freedom of speech. They have the right to a free assembly. In other words, they can gather in the way they want to gather and speak about issues. So if him believe that he's going to be the next Xi of the Caribbean or of Jamaica, or the next Vladimir Putin of Russia, or the little rocket man of North Korea, according to Donald Trump, he make a sad mistake, and the Jamaican people will not stand by and have him do that.
But you know, Jeffery is them say bird a feather flock together. And who used the term? Who made the term famous? The one Donald Trump used the fake news terminology, and who pick it up now in the Caribbean?
The great Dr. Michael Andrew Holness, aka Brogard.
So that tells you everything. Look at the people who you look up to. You have to remember, Andrew Holness have been mimicking Trump for a while, and I don't know if people remember, but Trump called Andrew Holness to Mar-a-Lago. You can go and look it up.
Yeah, man,
to get him to put.
He called a lot of Caribbean leaders to Mar-a-Lago, and I told him
only six of them went, and Holness was one of the six. And have him pull out of the Venezuelan oil deal. And now the US is back in with buying oil from Venezuela, and we're on the outside looking in. And the Venezuelans are now threatening to sue Jamaica for breach of contract and want their money. You understand? And everything Trump seems to do, Andrew Holness is copying him. So the whole thing about the fake news is something that he pick up from Trump. And same like how Bartlett went to some consultant and asked him what term he should use, and him come up with this term where he talk about brand Jamaica. They are all about spin. And I've never been more frightened from a country that I have not lived in 40 years, but still I'm concerned about. When I see the Prime Minister get up there and talk about how he can track people, and talk about how he can get to people and have gotten people and have them take back what them say about him. And we have seen him pull people from under bed and have them paraded in front of cameras and apologize to him. This is dangerous waters, Jeffrey. This is uncharted waters for Jamaica. In even the worst days of tribal politics between Michael Manley and we have never seen anything like this. This is unprecedented. And Jeffrey, one more thing. Who's going to decide what is fake news? Because we know Coolness is the master of fake news. No. And we know him have millions out there spinning fake news. So who's going to decide?
Not only him is the master of fake news, his former minister of misinformation is the master of fake news, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These guys are the people that is actually out there spinning like a gig and putting out the most disinformation, and now have the gall to decide, say, well, I'm going to decide what is fake news and who can actually, speak out. Now we can't trample on the people in Jamaica. It's not us. That's what I'm worried about. We are in a system where we have some protection.
Well, based on what I'm hearing from one of the blogs on social media, Right Mango, she put up something about the health sector in Jamaica. I think it was a 3-hour video she did. And right now, YouTube take down the video and must block her.
Yes, that's what they're doing. They're, being the government, they have a little leverage where they can have people, deal with the YouTube and have them harass people and take down their thing. The thing that Jamaica.
But what we don't understand though, hold on for me. We need to all the bloggers, all the well-thinking bloggers who are on here, who are here to speak out about what is going on in your various countries, whether it be in Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, wherever it is, Jamaica, need to come together and send a copy of all the videos they did and the what I call it now, the evidence behind it, and send it to YouTube and say, listen to me. This is the evidence. What we speak about is the fact that it is not fake news.
Right. So you guys who are social media bloggers and defenders of Jamaicans and Caribbean people, because Jeffrey, if them come for one, it's just a matter of time when they come for everybody. There's a famous quote by a Jewish man. I can't remember who it is, but he was saying, when they came from the communists, I did nothing. When they came for the gays, I did nothing. And when they came for all the other groups, I did nothing. And finally, they came to my door, and I had no one to defend me. So we have to stand as a community against a bully and a tyrant and a want-to-be dictator. And Andrew Owens, from the day he came into office and have those pre-signed letters, that was a red flag. We have gone past a lot of red flags with Andrew Owens, but I'm telling you, of all the things he has done, which is a lot, to tell people that he's going to take away their rights, and when you start losing the right to free speech, you're done for, You understand? You're done for as a society, and it's hard to put back Pandora in the box. So whether you're on the JLP or the PMP side, you must understand, if it happened to your neighbor, it's just a matter of time before they're going to come for you, because anything that is unprecedented and then become a president is really hard to reverse. And I'm appealing to people of any decency or of any conscience in Jamaica, uptown, downtown, or wherever, to get up. And don't go on the road and go tear down nothing, but a signal must be sent to the Andrew Holness that this is a bridge too far. You have gone too far. And let me tell you something before I get off, Jeffrey. If you notice what Andrew Holness is not going to go quietly in the election, Andrew Holness have put the ombudsman office under his control, and the head of the ECJ under his control. Why do you think he is doing these things? Why do you think Andrew Holness would put those apparatus in his office? Because Andrew Holness will not go away quietly. If he loses the election, he's going to try everything. We see a little snippet of it in the local government election when Rod was trying to extend the time in the vote counting. We see all of these flashes, but people don't pay attention because I understand people have a lot of things to deal with. But if we're going to lose the country that we know, these are the things we have to pay attention to. This is an anti-democratic person with a dictatorial leaning, okay, and a little thin ears kind of feelings where nobody must say anything that offended. Yes, and so now he has decided that he will be the arbiter of what is fake news and who is allowed to be sending out information. We are in serious trouble, Jeffrey.
I don't think the ECJ, I'm going to check it out.
Who's the head of the
ECJ is not in the office of the Prime Minister. I'm going to check it out. Glastal Brown have his own office. It's not in the office of the Prime Minister. Let me check that out. But I don't think he's in the office of the Prime Minister.
Check it out because I know that in the last local government election there was some kind of crisis with with one of the organization saying one thing about the vote and the other saying something else, which is something we have never really had in Jamaica. We have had issue with voting, but usually when they call an election, it's usually
Man, what they want to do is to put the political ombudsman office, I think, in the ECJ, and people are saying no, they must not do that. The same
right.
When they wanted to do that, when the Minister of Justice, I think, proposed that and everything, and they had a vote in the Parliament, Carl Samuda walked out of the Parliament and says, no, what you're doing is wrong. So it is not the ECJ, the office of the Prime Minister.
Well, one of those offices that deal with the election thing is within
No. Hold on there, Chris. We're gonna
look at.
But I don't think any of the offices in his office.
Well, I know the ombudsman office was put in his office. It's under the bunch of ministries what him have. It's inside of there. I am pretty sure.
Okay.
Well, let me just finish up by saying there's no vacuum, everything is linked together. The fact that they're out there fighting for Paula, a person who is now completely compromised, and you cannot have a DPP who's compromised. The public must look at that person like that and have complete confidence in what they're doing is fair and impartial. And she's not any of those. So now we're back to the whole thing and the corruption. And corruption is the real fruit on the tree in Jamaica. Until we can unblock that thing, we're not going to have a society that works properly. Everything leads back to corruption in Jamaica. Graft, misuse of public funds, giving business to your friend, everything. The police is operated. Everything leads back to corruption in Jamaica. And until we have independent, just like the lady in New York that prosecuted Trump, she didn't have no fear of the governor when she decided to that. She has an independent office. We need something like that in Jamaica. Something that if Mark Golden comes in, he must set up the system where the DPP is completely independent of politics and can operate unbiasedly and prosecute people who are corrupt and do crimes without fear of the government and submitting things to the government. You cannot submit things to government who people you're prosecuting in the government for their approval. What kind of madness is that? It's crazy. These people have completely corrupt and compromised the Jamaican way of life. We have to get rid of them. I'll call you, Jeffrey, and reason with you another time. But have a good day.
All right, man. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to investigate this also with the office of the...
Yeah. Go on for follow-up on that. Yes. All right, Jeff.
Thank you. I know people on here is telling me, yes, it is in there, but let me find out that also for myself. Thank you all very much. The number to call is 954-529-8030 of Jamaica. Hold on there. Yes. 954-529-8030. That's the number to call into the program. Hold on there now. Let me see something here. The number to call is 954-529-8030. That's the number to call into the program. You can call the numbers now. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Mercator program.
Hello, Mr. Tavares. Good day to you, sir.
Good day to you.
Yes, I'm following the program here, and I just heard you talking to a gentleman there, and that is with regards to the ombudsman. I am confident that he is right, because remember that recently, just before the February 26th election, the pause of the ombudsman was handed over to somebody at the top of the electoral commission there.
Yeah, as I said before, I am not not sure. I know people online are saying yes, Jeffrey, and I'm not going to say I don't believe you. I believe you all, but let me check it out for myself too and get the paperwork on it. You know,
yes, man.
I'm not saying that what you all are saying is not true. Come on, I'm not saying that. Yeah. And I respect all of you to say yes, Jeffrey, this is true, because it's not everything me no know.
So, but it is very much so.
Yes.
The political ombudsman is also based in the OPM. And all the things that are carrying on over the DPP, I can't even express myself, because corruption can't be so blatant.
Speechless, I thank you very much, Speechless, for coming and tell us this too. Yes, but
okay.
I tell you something, you know, if we don't wake up in this country, you know, God help us.
I can tell you, sir, you're higher than crisis proportions. I can tell you.
In all my how many years on God earth and in my country, Jamaica, I have never seen wherein the office of the Prime Minister have so many offices under his belt. I've never seen that.
I think that's one of the reasons why it's important for them to have the DPP reinstated.
Yes.
Because
all right.
No.
Okay. Thanks much.
You take care, sir. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Mercator program. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Tavares.
Yes, sir. Could you speak a little louder for us, please?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Not the caller just called, but you called it before, right? He made a statement in saying that Andrew Holness basically is acting like a Donald Trump, right? I told you last week, and I told you last week that Andrew Holness did not have a playbook, does not have a playbook, right? Maybe I was speaking too fast. I asked if you guys could go back and review Andrew Holness' first term and try to match it to Donald Trump's first term. Jamaica has never had a prime minister that came and told the people nothing about 100 days, right? Andrew Holness was the first to do that. That's because he was copying Donald Trump.
Hold on for me. I think Mr. Golden did it, you know. Yeah, man. I did it before.
Okay, so I stand corrected if I'm wrong.
So do I. Go ahead. So do I.
I stand corrected if I'm wrong.
Yes, go ahead.
And then, if you notice, Donald Trump and his press secretary, they did a lot of addressing the press, the media, while he was in office. Andrew Holness did a lot of that in his first term. In his second term, after Trump lost, like I said, he came and told the people he doesn't care about popularity anymore, right? So he stopped coming to talk to the people, right? I told you that he doesn't have Trump around to go off his playbook anymore. So he's basically going off either the leader of China's playbook or he's going off of Netanyahu's playbook for now until Trump comes back or if he wins again. If the people in Jamaica are gonna sit down and let him win again. But how we got to this point? Like, I blame the people. I blame even the people from before I was born. I was born 85, and I came around and grew up, and I saw Jamaicans calling politicians big man, right? The same normal man who was on the street in the same community like yourself. You guys took him up, polish him off, put him in a position, and then turn around and call him the big man. Then they come back around and abuse you guys and take disadvantage of you guys. If the people in Jamaica, I'm not sure how much people is tuning into JIS TV, MTV, and the rest of whatever brings news for the people in Jamaica. And the people are going to sit there and let the health minister come and tell them that he's basically only working for the prime minister. He's on the prime minister's beck and call. So he's not working for the people of Jamaica because everything else is smoke. Okay?
I think I'm not taking up for anybody, but I think when he said that, I think he's trying to say that the prime minister can fire him and hire him in the cabinet.
But shouldn't that be the call of the people, Mr. Tavares?
Hold on for me, sir. The Jamaican people can only hire Mr. Tufton and fire Mr. Tufton as member of parliament. The Prime Minister of Jamaica under our present constitution is the one who appoint them to the cabinet as minister, not the Jamaican people.
So basically, as long as the Jamaican people get up and vote for these guys to become councillors and MPs over them, then after that, the Jamaican people have no say or no control.
Until election.
That's what you're saying. But even when an election is called, it doesn't seem the people have control.
No, it does because they can vote back in Christopher Tufton as member of parliament, whatever constituency he's in. They can vote him back or not voting him back. When you don't vote back in, that means he's losing job.
Right.
But when
that is the reason.
Hold on for me, sir. When it comes on, sir, to appointments of ministers of government, whether it be Minister of National Insecurity, Minister of National Injustice, Minister of this and Minister of that, that lies solely with the Prime Minister of Jamaica. He is the one who appoints all of them who he wants to be in his cabinet. Minister of National Injustice, Minister of National Insecurity, he's the one who does all of that. The Jamaican people are not saying that. What the Jamaican people have a say is the person become member of parliament. Go ahead.
I've never seen the Jamaican constitution before, right?
Yeah.
So I want to ask a question. In the very first constitution that we're living by now, the one that I was born and came and saw, that was in existence. In that constitution, was it that these parliamentarians could not be recalled?
I don't think that's in the constitution at all. No, it's not in the constitution. Not that I know of.
So it's just the people who don't want to recall these politicians when they don't act right.
And another thing again, based on what the Minister of Constitutional Reform said in the Parliament of Jamaica, based on what the Minister of Constitutional Legal Affairs said in the Parliament of Jamaica, the whole recall situation will not be put in the new constitution at all.
No, I'm more aware of what's going on with the new constitution more than what they have set forth or what I've heard. And I also have a problem with neither. Well, I guess the JLP is already for it. But I guess how is the PMP is not speaking up, or is no one else saying anything about what they put in the new constitution for there to be only two parties in Jamaica? So that would mean that.
Hold on there. The present constitution doesn't speak about two parties alone in Jamaica. It did not.
No, I'm speaking of the new constitution.
The new one did not say that either.
Okay.
Anyone can form a political party in Jamaica from a registered state, and it's up to date and whatever.
So in this new written, I'm just trying to be clear, so I don't mean to interrupt you. So in this new, because I watched a program that I think it was you or something. It was on your channel. They were breaking down this new constitution, right? They were talking about it. And I'm sure there was a part in there where that was listed. I might be wrong, as I'm saying.
What was listed?
It was stated that going forward with the new constitution, there should be only the two parties.
No. They can't do that. No. They can't.
So that's not written. So that's not written anywhere in the new constitution.
It is not written nowhere in the constitution at all, sir.
And the new one that's coming.
The new one is not even finished.
I just want to be clear, that's why I'm asking.
The new one is not even finished, sir. What they're right, what they're
saying. I do understand that the new one is not finished, sir. I'm saying after you had a program, right? I'm not sure if it was you.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying to you, sir, it is not and it cannot be in it, sir.
Okay.
It cannot and it will never be in it.
Clear. Okay, that's clear. That's clear, sir. I just wanted to be clear on that issue. Okay.
That's it?
So, yeah, pretty much that's it.
Yeah, sure.
That's all I have to go back and check. Now, well, no, that's not it, but I'll call in at another time. I don't want to hold the line up first.
No, man, nobody not calling. Tell me what you want to talk about. Go ahead. Hello?
So for the new constitution, that they're trying to put forward to the people. You were speaking to your one of your, I guess, another radio personnel yesterday, right? And you tried asking him for the new constitution that's coming, if he doesn't think it's fair for the Jamaican people to have a say in who becomes their president or prime minister, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every time you ask him that question, he veered away from answering you about this new constitution that is being written, and he answers you from the old constitution that was in existence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even if we revamp the whole government system in Jamaica, right? Do you think we can find enough people in Jamaica that won't put us back in the same position? Even with the police force, okay, let's say you got rid of the whole police force and started it over, right? To where Jamaican people are right now at this current moment. Do you think you can start a brand new police force in well, I mean, anywhere in the world you'll have corruption and stuff, but do you think it won't get back to this level?
I tell you something, sir. The people of our country is the one who have the final say in everything, The corruption doesn't lie only with politicians alone, The corruption lies with the people of our country. Because majority of the people of our country who are in high positions, both in the police force, in the JDF, in the ministries of government, there's corruption going on there too. So many of the times we're saying politicians are corrupt, and we forgot that there are ministries of government that is also corrupt. So if we're gonna change and have a new police force, it lies in the hands of the Jamaican people, sir.
Yes, sir, but it's an up and down the ladder thing. It's like what I said, like we're fully hypocrites because we grew up on the one bad apple spoil the whole bunch type concept. And we sat, all of us sat around and let one bad apple spoil the whole bunch, or spoil most of the bunch.
So let me ask you a question. Who are you blaming for corruption in Jamaica?
I'm gonna blame everyone, I'm gonna blame every single Jamaican. We all are hypocrites, all of us, including myself at times. That's where we would have to, like, the very first time I called the program, that's what I said. I said Jamaican people will have to fix themselves first before anything can fix.
Yep. And if we don't fix ourselves, then nothing's gonna fix.
No, sir, nothing is going to fix.
All right, my friend.
It's not even these programs. Like, I watch your program, I watch Mr. Rattigan's program. From time to time I tune into Isaac's program as well. I watch Mr. Lonesome's program, but for me, just for me, my personal opinion, Mr. Lonesome is just a PNP, and I respect all his views and everything.
Hold on for me, sir. That is your views and about Wayne Lonesome being a PNP. I can't prove that Mr. Lonesome is a PNP, you know.
Right. No, I'm not trying to put anything on you. I'm saying I watch all the programs, right? Mm-hmm. And okay. Let's say he well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't live in his household. I'll be around. I don't want to judge the man. You might be right. I watch the programs, and the programs are interesting, but for most of the people, including myself, like, if we are not going to actually, like, get up and start doing real protests in Jamaica, in and outside of Jamaica, where the government and whoever else is in charge is going to see that the people are really frustrated, fed up and tired and need change, then this will be futile, sir.
All right, sir. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. It is now 2:24, 1:24 in the land of wood and water. The number to call is 954-529-8030. There are some people calling in, you know. Let me see if I can get them back. Hold on for me, please. Let me see if I can get them back, because you don't want to miss out on your callers when they call you, because they keep the program going. One person, let me see if I can get back this person here. Hello, you're calling the Mekutar program?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Jeffery.
Yes.
All right. I want to ask you some question. That's 700 billion. That is Tufton. That is Anna Tufton. Him get 700 billion to spend on any missing.
I don't know if it's missing. Hold on for me. What they're saying, he got $700 billion to spend between 2023 and something of the sort, and it's not accountable for. That's all I know about it.
Okay, all right. So the 1.7 trillion we're missing now. Yeah.
Out of the office of the Prime Minister.
Okay. So 700 billion, Jeffrey. That is how much money in the US.
Huh?
That is a lot of money, don't it?
That's a lot of money, yes. $1.7 trillion could have helped build some hospitals and schools in Jamaica, sir.
Man, I just pray for my people them in Jamaica, get it right and get out these people. Trust me, these people need to go to prison, man.
But the funniest
that
thing,
is,
sir, the funniest thing,
that is a lot.
Hold on for
that
me.
is a lot.
The only
Yes.
person who can send anybody to go to prison from the government side, you know. If the opposition should gain state power tomorrow morning, they have the power to investigate the Ministry of Health. They have the power to investigate the office of the Prime Minister. And if they don't do so, sir, if they don't do so, sir, nobody not gonna go to prison.
But we have to get them out too. If the PNP win and then do the right thing and investigate them people here, we have to get them out. I don't know the SSL, nothing not going on with it. Read the amount of stuff when we see going on in Jamaica and nobody not going to prison. So Jamaican people, we have to just form a good government down there and prison all these people. So it's too much money missing.
Let me ask you a question.
And the Prime Minister wife, she a bill all over the fucking place.
Hi, hold on for me, sir. Hold on. No, not on this program, please.
Sorry.
No.
This lady bill is all over the place. All over the place.
Sir.
Yeah.
Hold on for me, please. Hold on, please. Not on this program. When you call this program, please be very respectful. On this program, we have some very respectful people listening to this program. I am not the type of person to come on this program and chip some pinks and Pablos.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry about that. But
all right,
it just gets to me still. These people billing all over the place and the amount of street people in the area on the street. The amount of stuff when we see going on, the amount of people were suffering in my country, and these people have so much money and not doing nothing but just building up themselves.
The Jamaican people still gonna accept it, sir.
Oh man, but I wonder, Jeffrey, if they really know what's going on. Sometimes that I'm saying to myself, Jamaican people. So why them just sitting down, so?
Me tell you something, you know. You have some people who believe in them party, them parties and them party that, you know, sir. That's what they believe in. Them, for them party in the power, nothing wrong. All when they're dead for hunger, them party in the power.
Man, they have to get it together. Really have to get it together, you know? But I pray better days coming still.
All right, sir.
You have a blessed one.
Same to you.
All right.
Let me make something clear on this program here. This program is run by me. I appreciate everyone who come on this program here. I appreciate everyone who called. When you're on mainstream media, nobody can chip no pinks and Pablos on mainstream media. Because the broadcast commission will come down on the radio station and they can track the phone number and either lock up the person or something of the sort. Please, when you come on this program, please, I am asking, I am begging, do not come on the program and curse any pinks and Pablos whether across, whether I'm halfway through any cloth. Whether it be red cloth, blue cloth, or pink cloth. Please do not. I'm running a very respectful program. There's a lot of people watching this program and listening to us. And we have to be very careful. Right now, everybody, if you don't like it, yes or no, everybody who's on social media, we're on thin ice. Because they can call YouTube and YouTube can flag us. So we have to be very careful what we're doing and what we're saying. Many of us have a way of because you hear somebody say something, you take it as gospel. My good friend Robin Jerry Small always say, do not take what I say for gospel. Go and do your research. We have to be very careful, my viewers and subscribers. We have to be very, very careful. Be very careful in what we say. Yes, sometimes we're talking and some of the things and problems come out of our mouth. We agree, so that will happen. But we'll be very careful. We're very careful. The question I want to ask Mr. Tufton, though, if $700 billion missing across PNP and JLP administration, why when you came in 2016, why never investigated and make the public know just $700 billion or whatever missing? Why did you come out and tell the Jamaican people that? Why you wait until now, when everything came out, you're going to say it's right across PNP and JLP? And that is why I'm saying to you that if anybody go to prison in Jamaica, I do not believe, this is my honest opinion, this is my views, I do not believe that the People's National Party, if they should gain state power, I do not believe that they will investigate anyone and lock them up. The Jamaica Labour Party did with Colonel Spencer and the Cuban light bulb saga. And when Colonel Spencer must spend a day in jail. Not one single day spent in jail. So I do not believe that will ever happen. I must apologize to the children, to the elders who are watching this program. I apologize for that little mishap a while ago with that gentleman there. When he called it, the first year, you know, say it's the first year I do it, the first year I do this. The first year he's ever done this. First, he has called before, he's never done it. And I think it's a slip of his tongue, you know. He was just, maybe he was taking a little sip of the J and his nephew. And he kind of get to him and he get upset because of what is going on in the country. Yeah. He deliberately did it. He never deliberately do it. But I want to say, you know, that's my honest opinion. I don't believe that the People's National Party. I'm yet to see it. I may be wrong. I am yet to see it. I may be wrong. But I have always said this. I'm going to say it again to the opposition leader of Jamaica, Mark Jefferson Golden. He was born in this country. He has a Jamaican birth certificate. He has a Jamaican passport. I'm going to say this to you, sir. Please, Mr. Golden, if you become Prime Minister tomorrow morning, if they call the election, sir, order an investigation in every single government ministries in this country. Order a forensic audit in every government ministries in this country. Before you appoint your cabinet, Mr. Golden, order a forensic audit in every government ministries in this country. I understand much of us is not perfect, and that is why I'm saying that he has never called the program and cursed before. And he apologized, and I accept his apology. And I am apologizing on the behalf of him and on behalf of the program to other people too. I want to say thanks to everyone. Your voices have been heard about the DPP, but before we go, let me figure out something here. The number to call is 954-529-8030. I get to understand that Jamaica is washing away with water. Rain falling down here like anything. Anyone can confirm that? Someone just sent me something here that I said rain is down there, cats and dog. I don't know. Oh, hold on there. Oh, yes, there is the Sahara dust is moving across the Caribbean, you know. And the National Hurricane Center in Miami have issued a dust alert for the Caribbean. including Jamaica. Rainfall in Ocho is blue? Oh Lord. That's good, man. Blue, how you never call the program yet, Blue? You come on the program and you cuss me every day, you never call the program yet, eh? The number is a WhatsApp number, 954-529-8030. Blue never come on the program yet, you know? I never hear Blue call me. But when Blue ready, you know, man, Blue cuss me Blue. Not even ready, cuss me Blue. But one of these days, hear me one of these days. One thing, you know, there's one thing I love with my viewers and subscribers on this program. It's raining in St. Anne's too. I can call Miss P. Hold on. I can call Miss P and ask Miss P if it's raining down there. Hold on a minute there. If it's raining, Miss P neck of the woods. Hey! JamaicanTV.com Wagwan. Thank you very much. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Reggae girl. Boy, you're just a faithful person to this program. Thanks. Let's see if I can get a hold of Miss P and ask her if there's any rain falling. Annie, my producer, Annie. Call me and give me a weather report, no? Let me see if I can get Miss P. Hold on a minute. I don't know if Miss P will answer her phone because maybe she's at work. Hello, Miss P.
Yeah.
You're live on air. Is it raining where you are?
No, not where I am exactly. It's not raining, it's overcast and it's humidity. But because me there Sentan.
Oh, you're in Sentan?
Yeah.
Oh,
because me in Sentan here upon the north coast exactly.
Oh,
you know, start raining.
Oh, yeah.
But I just say it can come.
You can go spend some time on my hotel. I trouble you.
No, we don't work.
No,
but you know, it does hot and it overcast. Hot.
The people on social media was asking, how did I hear you calling?
We don't work, man. Later me calling.
All right, Miss P. Thanks much. We'll talk later.
Yes, man. Big up for yourself. I'm big up to me. Make we talk family. That work. Pray for me.
All right, darling. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let me. Oh Lord, Portmore is flooded. From last night has been raining in Portmore. Give me a call, Portmore. Give me a call and tell me what's going on in your neck of the woods. Let me call Portmore. Maybe they can't answer the phone. Yeah, man, I love Miss. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the Mekwitara program. Is it raining in Portmore now?
He's about the overcast one, but not just raining on. That's about some serious breeze. Check the storm yesterday.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, man, serious breeze, man. When I see how hard the breeze a blow, it blow off a bunch of coconut off a tree, I must know.
That means that the Sahara does bring a lot of breeze with it. And you know, they're saying that people who are asthmatic and those things must stay inside and must be very careful.
Yeah, man, I tell them a serious breeze pass yesterday, man, and rain from yesterday, from both from yesterday. From yesterday, so I get some rain, some rain. Well, I support more needed because that it's a place where hot enough, so we really need it.
Let me ask you a question though, before I make you go.
Sure, sir.
Based on what is going on now, do you believe that Portmore should become a parish when Portmore don't have a proper fire station as much as a hospital? What's your views on that?
You see, I will be honest with you. I will be really honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be a parish, either I would love for it to be a parish, and the reason for that, without a hospital and a fire station, like you said. Because I remember some time ago, you know, them some piece of land me get to understand say it was going to be a hospital. And then all of a sudden me get to understand say oh some gonna put this out the hospital now where we go there. But I don't think it should be a parish. Trust me. Without a hospital and a fire station. That is just my views. I may wrong, but that is just my views. Not until we get a fire station and a hospital, then we can say because Pomor have everything. Pomor have everything. And right now to me see everywhere you see like a push down or work go on. A house I put up there. It's just house.
What they plan to do is build per apartment buildings and no work for the people. They not build
That's exactly what. Nothing, not like that, brother. I just house, brother. I just house. Like let me tell you this already and say it again. You see, people always talk about a hate, and that is the mentality of some of us Jamaican. Oh, we hate the man, oh, we this or with that. And you know, I was listening to some other program, and me a man calling and saying, "Oh, remember the other side was there 18 years." Those are the mentality where some of us have. We now look for who a lead. We can talk about who a lead. We know. We can't talk about the past. You understand me? Let me tell you, say no. Me tell you already, no man. And people can come and tell you, the only two work in Jamaica right now is call center or security. And I might tell you, say it is not as easy like first time. You have to have subjects to go do security work. I always say, what about the man who don't have the subject? I remember some weeks ago me say to you, know, look, we're in a graduation state now. We're over 5,000 people or graduate. What plans the government have for them in terms of what kind of work plans? No factory, nothing. What they are going to do. And when a man come up and attack this and that, and I think about the future of our country. Jamaica gone, uncle. Jamaica gone.
You know something, my brother. I always say this. You know something? I always say this, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. If the government truly love the Jamaican people, and like how they love to borrow money from the Chinese and so forth, ask the Chinese government to build a factory in Jamaica, to assemble cars or to build something. We know so the Chinese not going to pay with the right amount of money, but at least our people have something coming in their pocket, eh?
Uncle, I'll give you one simple example. I'm going to give you a simple example. And this is when some people come and talk. I was saying, who feels it knows it. Me grew up, come here about two factory because I'm from Clarendon. Monimus and New Yarmouth.
Yes.
One bill the rum, one bill the sugar. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I'm aware of it, yes.
And when you can lock down the two of them, when you can lock down the two of them, and you're going to tell me, say, you, was just like you say, you love the people so much, you couldn't go and go find investor to go invest back in a New Yarmouth and Monimus. So young people can have work to do.
Or get the Jamaican diaspora to invest in those things. You know, you know something, Paula? When we sit and we look back at what is going on in this country, you know, the two political party has failed the people of this country when it comes on to really securing the people of this country. I keep on saying this, you know. They keep on saying about how job gone down and this and this and that. I don't believe nothing that they tell me. I don't believe it. And that is why we, the people, must stand up. For far too long, we're going to be 62 years old and our people are still fighting after case benefit and spoils carried on by hostile tribe, practically at war, according to my late friend Wilmot Mutty Perkins. It is still going on. Mutty gone and it's still going on.
But I'm going to give you a simple example, you know. I'm going to give you a simple example. Yeah, we know technology. I will know sometimes we go to the easy way out. When I see the man then carrying the thing for cut the cane itself and take away the word from the little man who can read and write who got choppy. You understand me? I say, so you come in with the machine now for cut it. When the machine cut it, you know, it destroy the root of the cane, you know.
And not only that,
but when
not only that, you know, Paula. Not only that. the way how the cerebral mindset are thing in this country, it is affecting the younger Jamaicans that are coming up now because of nothing.
Uncle, this is the third time I come on the program. And for me, I'm the type of young man like this where I talk it like it is. And me not talk off for ears. Number one, sir, me never keep friends. That's a number one. I associate with people, but me just steer in a my little corner. I'm not gonna say this. Me a keep a top on what go on in a Kenya. You see say how powerful people are. They have the president. I think that bill. I think dash for that bill because of the people and decide to look. If a 10 year it will take away, a 10 year because we don't want that bill. And if it come back out publicly come say, you know what, him can't sign up on that bill because what the people stand up. And me keep on saying this that I don't want this in my country, but this is where it is going. I see something this morning where this young man, a police tap the young man. And you don't have to say, oh, these police are angling this young man. And you know what? The young man turned to them and say, what am I going to carry on war upon yourself? Do you want to deal with people in this country? What am I going to carry on war upon yourself? Because me I tell you, I said this already. In Jamaica, no care how wrong is a police. No care how wrong him be. He might get right. It doesn't matter what him do. The government is going to back him. And this is where you see my country are going to end up. I'm going to say this again. This is not your views. This is Robert's views. Mr. Prime Minister, why are you turning the people them against you and the police security force? Why? And then you come and say, boy, people mustn't believe what are you a ton people from you, sir. And you cause this riot in Jamaica and nobody else. Because enough is enough. People hungry, man. People cry every day, every day. Because people don't have work to do. Try. Road is good. The road is good. But pass some of them road, man. Build up one factory now, man. Make a focus on a factory. We can build with some slippers. Something. So young people like myself have a work. We want to have a 10 or 15 CXE subject. Please, that's how we are asked. Because one thing I know for sure, uncle. You see, this local Jamaica, what we know, you see when them turn them back on you, it no matter what you do. This Jamaica, what we know, when them turn them back on you, it no matter what you do. And a full time, if we stop talking about this dieted, we could go with who willing to carry the country forward. That's what matters most. Never tell you the honest truth, uncle. The only country better than Jamaica right now, the only country Jamaica better than is Haiti. That's how bad it be. It is the only, every day people want to leave this place here because there's no future there. Every day people want to leave here because there's no future. There is no future. And if you need them get up and talk about progress, if they get up and talk about wait there, but the prosperity, the wait there. Remember you come out on public TV, come say, we can sleep with the door wide open. And out of your mouth that come out with the progress is, you convince Jamaican people. You don't sell one empty barrel. We buy it. And you still don't live up to your promises. The only promises you live up to is to put your money in your pocket and you're cloning them around you. That is the only promise. And you said something, Mr. Llewelyn, when you come in, we need a full investigation of every one of them. Because they are the one that make it law and them turn on and broke it. And we as people in Jamaica, we can't see it. We can't see it. all of us are blind. We can see and we can see where this man carry this country to. Where this man carry this country to. And we can't see it. So this man lead down the wrong path. Until we talk about we die at it, we can't see it. It is a point with look, sir, my last statement to you is on the fittest of the fittest is going to survive on Andrew wellness and in clones them. It's only fittest of the fittest. And it's going to reach a point where dog are going to name dog. At that way, it'll reach. And if you who wants to say this and that, who feels it, knows it. Nobody no want nobody to look nowhere or paint a bad picture. But me not come sugarcoat it. Who feels it, knows it. You ever take a walk from Bottom Road and go right up to Pier 1 and show me one in Montego Bay and show me one Jamaican who have one little gift shop down there. Them push the people in a one little market, a little craft market down a Bottom Road. And went, cause me used to work down there, so me can tell you, a little restaurant where in the craft market. We used to cook in a little restaurant there. And God bless the tourists them a come there. You said something a few days ago about a little small man them who have been little. Of course, because I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you something. When enough people don't know. When I see all them people at Rick's Cafe, you feel like, say, it's a case where some of them wanted to go to Rick's Cafe. It's about money, where other people don't understand. For all them hotel there, when them people got the first place, them introduced to the people in this Rick's Cafe. It is the first place. Them now say, I can't go sit down and drink one beer, no. Them said Rick's Cafe.
Because Rick's Cafe is well renowned around the world, though, you know.
It's not a matter, yes, we know, but there's more to it. You feel like, say, when them go Rick's Cafe, I look a percentage and go somewhere. Me not become no honestness. But me work in the hotel industry for as a butler for years before me turn chef. So me know exactly what me I say. You know, go hear them come out like a corner shop, I want a corner restaurant. It's always Rick's Cafe. A lot of times, me I tell you, a lot of times these people don't want to go into the huge hotels. They just want a little nice little, and they convince, oh, the security, oh, this and all that. So little man don't have nothing to get. So why know me while man come out and talk about AC and this? There's so many places down on the grill. Me know that for a fact.
Yep.
We're nicer than some of them huge hotel there.
I know something.
I'm more comfortable.
I'm not calling no name because I don't want nobody to associate me with anything. So I just keep my mouth shut.
You understand what I say? So the commander sweep underneath. Look what the hotels are doing, sir. I'm going to tell you what the hotels are doing. Look what the hotels are doing. The hotels now, they started to sell the little crafting in the hotel now. So they might tell the guests them, say, you don't have to go up on the road. You don't have to go up on the road.
And I know the funniest
because
thing. You know the funniest thing to call.
But,
when you have, whether the PNP or JLP tourism minister going to sell Jamaica abroad and a multi-billion-dollar company want to come to build hotels in Jamaica, I wonder if they say to them, listen to me, you have to employ 100% Jamaicans and you have to make sure you pay them above or the minimum wage. I wonder if they really say those things to those people.
I'm going to give you a simple thing. I'm going to say something to you. And when you look into it, you remember the incident some months ago where these two girls throw the water in the girl face?
Yeah, I saw the video, yes.
Okay, what do you think come out of that?
Not one thing.
So this is it, you know. The hotel, we're not gonna say, you know what? You need to leave the hotel and go to where you're coming from and make the workers stay. So guess what I'm gonna do? They're gonna suspend the workers, first fire the workers and apologize to the guests. Because some of them, the guests never rang yet. Guests never rang.
And based on that video, the guest was wrong. And what the girl should have done, because the girl must not have the resources, should have sued the hotel and sued the guest.
Exactly my point. So these are the things where our so-called leaders need to look into. Because I'd look, you know, like Mr. Tina, sir, I guess, the might tell you straight, you know, I guess never wrong. What come out of that? Nothing will come out of that. That poor girl gonna lose him work, and they're gonna go and apologize to the guests.
When I done with that hotel, I see lockdown.
Because the thing about it, we don't want our name to go out there. They're gonna apologize, and this is where this is what is happening.
The young lady have enough evidence to get a lawyer without putting the money in the lawyer's hand. And the lawyer can make a case out of it. But you have some, make her keep me more short. You have some lawyer down there, see?
So this is exactly where it is going. And it's like you can't talk. And when you talk about, oh, you eat this and you eat that and you wrote this, and this is the mindset that we have. And we need to start looking at ourselves and say, look, this is our country. Look, we soon have no talk in Jamaica, you know, as Jamaican, you know. I tell you, you know, we soon have no talk, you know. Because sometimes you're going at somebody's Chinese store, uncle, and you hear all these Chinese talk to the staff and even our customers, and make you shake your head, you know. You have to shake your head, you know.
Can I give you a joke with one of the Chinese downtown Kingston? One day, I went downtown Kingston. I decided to take the bus to go downtown Kingston. I took the bus and I went downtown Kingston. With a friend of mine, friend said to me, yeah, I take the bus. I said, man, I'm not taking the bus to go downtown Kingston. Went downtown Kingston, went to a Chinese store. I didn't really want anything inside the Chinese store, you know. I just went inside there. And I happened to hear one of the Chinese woman that treat one of our Jamaican citizens as if she's a dog in her own country. I get riled up the day, you know. And I said to her, I asked her a question. I said, hey, come here. Oh, who are you? I said, I'm the tax administration of Jamaica. Let me ask her a question. You paying the taxes in this country? She start go down and she start. What you asking the question? I said, I'm paying the taxes in this country. I said, what I'm going to do? I'm going to come back here, see? I'm going to lock down this place. It's when I done with that woman inside here, she apologized to the staff. She begged, and I don't know what. Honestly, I had no power to do nothing. But this has been going on, and our Jamaicans sit down and accept this. We don't stand up for one another. We don't speak with one another. Listen to me. The Chinese went somewhere in Africa, you know, and they were discriminating against the Chinese from going to a China discriminating against the African citizens from going to the Chinese store. And you know what happened? The African people decided to rebel. The government of Africa had to lock down the Chinese store. We in Jamaica, we don't do those things because what? We're too afraid. That is why I keep on saying we need to know the laws of the land. My brother, thank you very much.
And that's why
yes.
let me just throw this piece in.
Sure.
And that's why I say to you, sir, that when the enough is enough and you can't take it no more, what you think is going to happen? What you think is going to happen with all of these things happen? And when the enough are enough, you don't think that we're going to fed up and decide to look, we're going to walk and take a page out of Kenya book. Look, the president have to drop that tax business there. We must come with it. Because the people them say, oh, look, we don't need it. We don't want it. We don't accept it. I will miss this woman named Paula Llewellyn now we want name. Feel like he want to sit down. And because he man MP a friend and them have secret for them one another. He might fight to stand. And we Jamaican just sit down and I take it and I take it and I take everything that this man push in our face with take it. And we make them there. We make them there and everything. Then push in our face, we just accept it. But I tell us that this, you know what? Keep my last word. You enjoy the rest of the day, sir. And that God continue to bless and watch over you. And this program continue to grow and you continue to inspire young Jamaicans like I do. And some of us can have an eye opener and see what's coming our way.
Thank you.
All right, sir.
I said I was going to call you yesterday, but I totally forgot. You and I will talk. All right?
Oh, okay, no problem, man.
Yeah, man. I want to say thanks to this caller for calling in. There were some people calling in earlier on. I'm going to take this call, and I think I need to end the program now because I have other things to go and do. Boy, a friend of mine asked me a couple of days ago. You don't get paid for what you're doing, but yet you do it. You have your bills to pay, but yet you stand up for your people. How do you do it? And I turned to them and I said to them, you know what? I asked myself the question too because nothing in America is free. If you don't work, your bills don't pay. Your bills keep on piling up. And you have to work. And sometimes you reach a crossroad that it's hard to break down that crossroad. But you stand up and you fight and you speak out. I'm one person who don't like to beg anybody anything. But you have to stand up. I don't beg, nor do I depend on YouTube to pay my bill. Because this channel is not even monetized. YouTube is telling me that some copywriting is on the channel, so I have to wait until they can whatever. So when I put up my Zelle account, sometimes I don't want to do it, and sometimes I would like, you know what, let me do it. Thanks for those who give to the program to keep the program going. Thank you very much. And still gonna ask you all to see if we can continue supporting this program. I don't come on here to beg anybody anything, but sometimes you have to ask. Everybody going through the struggles. Everybody. You have a lot of people who's viewing us who are going through the struggles too. Our nation and our people are calling out for help. Somebody was calling the program, so we can get with the person, and then I call it. Okay. I have to call it. I may come back on later on tonight. An exciting episode.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Mr. Tavares.
Yes, you're calling the program, sir. Go ahead.
Yes. I've listened to all the programs afternoon to you and your listeners.
Yeah.
I've listened to the program quite a lot, and what I don't hear anyone is saying and alluding to is, and this government, they're not going to go easily. the next election is going to be a very big problem in Jamaica, I think. I think, yeah. He has too much to lose. He has too much on the line to go easily. He will not go easily. I don't know. I'm very scared for my country. Very scared. Yeah, I am really. Yes, we have to. Always have to do that. But that's my biggest thing right now. Seeing the autocratic ways of our prime minister. And all the things he's put into place. He's put the electoral office basically in his office, which is unprecedented and all that. I don't know. It's a scary movie. Put it lightly. Yeah.
All right, sir. Thanks very much.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
This we're going to come to the end of another program for the day, but before we go, we're going to recap some news items that we have here. The Integrity Commission has handed their report to the Parliament of Jamaica. Annie, you and I will talk. The Integrity Commission have sent in their report to the Parliament. Let me see if I can find it back and get a little read of it. I've sent in there. Here it is. The Integrity Commission submitted the 2023. Hold on. The Integrity Commission has submitted the 2023-2024 annual report to the Parliament for tabling. On June 26, 2024, the Integrity Commission wishes to notify the public that it has submitted to the Parliament the annual report of the 2023-24 financial year, ending March 31st, 2024. The report, which is the Commission's sixth annual report, was formally received and signed for at the Parliament of Jamaica. That was yesterday at 2:39 p.m. The report was received by the Most Honorable Juliet Holness, MP, Speaker of the House of Representatives. Senator, the Honorable Thomas Tavares Finson, OJ, CD, KC, JP, President of the Senate of Jamaica. Miss Colin Lowe, or Clovis Lowe, Clerk of the House of the Parliament of Jamaica. We were told that come next week, Tuesday, or sometime next week, the Parliament headed by the the Speaker of the House will table the report come next week. Let us see if that is the case. Let us see if that is the case. Let me oh, Jesus. So there you have it. The Parliament of Jamaica has submitted their report. The Integrity Commission, rather. Oh, Lord. We have some news coming into our news center here. Some news coming into our news center here. There is some breaking news coming to our news center here. One moment for me, please. There's some news coming into our news center right here that we need to let the people know. People be aware of it. Here we go. This is Make We Talk breaking news. Former National Commercial Bank employee Kenan Thomas was sentenced to 24 months in prison after pleading guilty to fraud in customers of NCB Bank of over $74.5 $5 million. That's the NCB employee who pleaded guilty of defrauding customers of over $74.5 million. She was sentenced to 2 years in prison. Former NCB employee sentenced to 2 years in prison for defrauding customers of over $74.5 million. That's the news just coming into our news center, courtesy of the Jamaica Gleaner. The Jamaica Observer, rather. Let me see if there's any other news before we go. Before we go off air, we're going to come back in. It seems as if there is still riot going on in Kenya. My God. The big riot going on in Kenya, same way. By the way, did you all hear what Senator Fitzhenry, Actor Fitzhenry, called Crawford tax boost? In other words, Fitzhenry is saying that Damian Crawford's suggestion that the government should increase taxes and use it to fund education, sector. Apparently, Mr. Fitzhenry, who's a JLP senator, was speaking at a conference some time ago, and this is what he had to say.
I hear a man in the party that is led by the British man talking about they want to increase GCT by 1%. And he says he wants to do that to fund education. The Jamaica Labour Party administration is on record as allocating the highest number of resources to education in Jamaica, 20% of the national budget and 5% of GDP. And we are proud of this administration for the investment in education in Jamaica.
One thing I must say about this, that these people in the parliament are misleading the Jamaican people. It is clearly stated in the Constitution of Jamaica that a Commonwealth citizen can sit in the Parliament of Jamaica. Jamaica is a part of the Commonwealth. The head of the Commonwealth is in Britain, is in London. Okay? So when you're going to say the PNP headed by the British man, how low can you people get in this country? How low can you people get? By misinforming the Jamaican people. The British man. He's a Jamaican citizen who has dual citizenship. And this is what they're going to use against the People's National Party, So help me God, and some of the Jamaican no cabezo. Some of them no cabezo. The British man, speaking at the JLP Era Council 1 meeting in Flaggermont. Hold on there. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Mexico program.
Good day, Mr. Jeffery.
Good day, ma'am. How are you doing, Miss New Mexico?
Not doing bad at all. I just listened to the clip you played from Fitzhenry. You know that seriously we need to call down on Andrew Michael only to set some order in that parliament, with his ministers, or with his senators. I don't know, I wonder if Fitzhenry play back that and listen to himself.
Hello, them not gonna play back in because what they're gonna do, They're doing it for the Jamaican people who say, oh, see there, our old British man, I vote for him.
Oh, I am telling you, the parliament is so low. The parliament has gone to the abyss, and I don't know it's going to come back. It's a disgrace what is happening in the Jamaican parliament. The Prime Minister of Jamaica doesn't see what he's to pay attention to. He's talking about bloggers. In the 2016 election, They went into parliament and stood up. Not they, let me say, Hero Clark went into parliament and stood up and said 85% of the parliamentarians on their side can confess to the immeasurable support given to them by the JP bloggers for them to win the election. Fitz-Henley also went on a platform like he's on a platform now and said the same thing, and he didn't just say bloggers, he said JLP bloggers.
I want you to listen to something. Hold on there for me. Don't go. Listen to something here. I want you to listen to something.
Our social media warriors like Keisha Mack, Alex Higgs, Selena, Oral Campbell, Bridget Watson, Donovan De Paz, Black Italian, Jay Brown, Alex Jano, Mr. and Mrs. Dottyman, Chopper John West from the Chopping Block, who is our personal Ian Harding.
Oh, you have the one for Apka as well?
He was the one who
Apka Fitz-Henley said something similar to that on a platform. I think Wayne Lonesome has it. Wayne Lonesome played it.
Ask Wayne for it.
Yeah, man, get it from Wayne. And those are the things that must be played every time there's an argument come up about bloggers. Those are the things that need to be paid. I don't know. I have never heard of PMP bloggers being paid. And if they're really paid bloggers and don't have any money, they would be stupid, because PMP doesn't have the money to pay bloggers. And if you're not, if you, sir, not at the extent to it, and those JP bloggers were actually employed, they were on payroll, I could tell you more, but let me leave it. Nobody can refute that. Nobody can refute that.
May I have to talk off here about the because
okay.
It has been brought to my attention more than one time.
Of course it's true.
That they have been getting paid. And I was like, you know what, let me not go down that road.
They were drafted in 2016. They were drafted in 2016 and they were being paid. They were paid bloggers and they went hard. So when Andrew is talking, Andrew is only talking because it doesn't suit him now. What is happening now is that it is haunting him, it is biting him. And what he starts and it gets out of control, he cannot fix it.
Yeah, man.
And that is the problem that he's having. It's not that people are telling him a lie. Anything people are saying, they have the facts. I'm not saying people are to be rude and to be disrespectful to anybody. But if you have the facts, put the facts out. The world need to see it. And the world need to understand how our country is being run.
There's an old saying, it turned back on him.
That is what is happening. And he's very childish too.
Oh, yes.
Very childish and thin skin. He needs to grow about 4 more layers of skin. Look at what they did with Portia Simpson Miller and PJ Patterson. Huh? I can't remember when I saw PJ Patterson lie down in bed with earrings and everything like that, and lipstick and everything, and junk her head and Portia's body. And those were done by high people that he has now in his cabinet. It wasn't the ordinary bloggers who did that. Andrew needs to go find something to do. The country needs to be run properly. The health sector is in a mess. Christopher Tufton said that he's working on the pleasure of the most honorable Michael Andrew Olness. So it's not on behalf of the people.
But hold on.
And whatever he means, he should not have said it.
Hold on, Miss P. Hold on there for me, darling. Hold on. Miss New Mexico. Hold on a minute. I am not taking it for anybody, but with all fairness, he's working at the pleasure of the Prime Minister. Okay, you know why? The Jamaican people employ him to become member of Parliament. The Prime Minister of Jamaica appoint him to be Minister of Health. So when he said he's working at the pleasure of the Prime Minister, he's correct. Because the Prime Minister can fire him as Minister of Health. The Jamaican people can't fire him.
Mr. Jeffery?
Hold on for me, darling. What the Jamaican people can do is fire him as Member of Parliament. They did not elect him as Minister of Health. And that's a fact.
Mr. Jeffery?
Yes, ma'am.
That's why we need the system of recall. Because whether we did send him there as, sir?
We're not going to get it.
No, not in this constitution if it's left to Andrew Olness. But the truth is that whether Jamaicans employed him for Minister of Health. Jamaica send him there on their ticket. So if he gets there and he's working on behalf of the Jamaican people, that should not come out of his mouth, whatever he means. He was very rude. He's very rude and disrespectful.
You touched on a very important topic a while ago, and a very important point, rather. You said that we should have recall, and the Andrew will never get it. Now tell me something now. The PNP has a say in the draft of this constitution. Have you heard the PNP come out and say, no, we're demanding recall?
It looked to me like they put what you call it now, guerrilla group on for them out, you know, because this government is getting away with too much.
They not put nothing for them out. We must look into it. We must look into it. And who I'm vexed with me this evening, I don't care. The PNP is in agreement with some of the things that they said about the new constitution. One of them is this. The PNP said that they are not in agreement with any Jamaicans voting for any president or prime minister. They prefer the ceremonial head. And I dare anybody to come and challenge me on that one. I have a next call coming in, my friend.
Ceremonial head, sir? We don't want that. We want to vote for all our leaders.
All right, darling. I have a next call coming. We'll talk.
Blessings, secure yourself.
Yeah,
good.
Good. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Mekwitol program.
Hey, greetings, Sir Jeffery. How are you, man?
I am here looking and living like Mutty Perkins.
Hey, okay, man. Good. You're following good footsteps, man. Great, man. I'm just calling to clarify two things why a previous caller had said.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. One was referring to the office of the ombudsman being placed in the office of the prime minister. No, it was subsuming the electoral office.
Thank you.
Of Jamaica. And that's a fact. That's a, yeah, man, it was not in the office of the prime minister.
I keep on saying that. And the electoral office is not in the office of the prime minister either.
No, not at all. Yeah, so sometimes I give the devil more than every still. But you know, I understand it. The other thing is that okay, go ahead.
Before I go any further, sir, I must say thank you so much for coming on and clarifying it, because I was just gonna come off and go and figure it out myself. But I know for a fact that the office of the electoral office of Jamaica is not in the office of the prime minister.
No, it's not.
And I remember that the political answer, that is why when Delaware Chuck went to the parliament to vote for the political ombudsman office to go into the electoral office, the same time when they had the election, that's the same time Carl Samuda walked out of the parliament because he was in agreement with it.
That's right. You're right on that. You're very right on that.
Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah. The other thing is the another caller kept referring to the new constitution and the old constitution. There's no such thing. There's no new constitution. The only constitution that exists is the Auditing Council of 1962. There is a constitutional reform process that they are attempting to put in place now. But there's no new constitution.
You know, may I have no talk of because I think I want you as a co-host on my program. You don't mind?
No, I don't mind at all.
Yeah, man. May I have no talk of here because you
all right, no worries.
You have more intellect than I do.
Not at all. You're just trying, you know.
I'm gonna call you off here. If you don't see me call you, call me.
Yes.
But
all right.
I'm getting young enough, so you know the memory coming. So I'm getting young.
I understand, all right. No worries, man. I will give you a shout.
I must say thank you for calling and for clarifying that the electoral office of Jamaica is not in the office of the prime minister. The political office is not in the office of the prime minister. It's in the office of the electoral office of Jamaica.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome, my brother. We'll talk.
Yeah, man. Thanks much.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
You see, I knew, but I wasn't that certain. And I said to myself, well, sure, let me not pressure the conversation anymore. When I come off, I'm gonna make some calls and let them lead me to the right place. And I know the office of the political ombudsman, because I remember when Carl Samuda get up in the parliament and tell Delaware Chuck that you all are treading a dangerous track. And Delaware, and listen to Carl Samuda. So when the day to vote on the whole entire thing, Carl Samuda get out of the parliament and walked out. He walked out. The political ombudsman office should never be an electoral office of Jamaica. So let it be said on this program here, and that is why I said to you all need to go and Google things when anybody says anything to you, including myself. Go and Google it, because I know that the electoral office of Jamaica was never in the office of the Prime Minister. It cannot be. As an independent office from any political organization, any party in this country. The political ombudsman is also independent. They should have never put the political ombudsman office inside the electoral office of Jamaica. It's supposed to be a separate entity. But because they want to have a gag order on the Jamaican people from going to the political ombudsman office, so they put it there. It should not be there. It should not be there. You know, it should not be there. And I want to say thanks to that gentleman who called in a while ago. Thank you. This is what I like about people. Call me and say Jeffery XQYZ. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. We're gonna go off here now. I heard it's raining cats and dogs in the land of wood and water now, because there's a lot of water down there, you know. In the land of wood and water. It is raining cats and dogs down there. For those who came on the platform this afternoon, thank you all very much. Thank you all for being a part of the Make We Talk program. Thank you all very much. And if you can contribute to the Make We Talk program, we'd appreciate it. If you can't, we still appreciate you coming on. Thank you all very much. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you can give, please give to us. Have a great afternoon, everyone. We're trying to get some more news into us. But the only news that we have, the little breaking news I saw on the radar here, was that the young lady from, yes, the NCB, former NCB Bank wealth advisor, who stole $74.5 million from customers' account, has been sentenced today to 2 years in prison. The 35-year-old St. Anne resident, who pleaded guilty on 31 counts of fraud. Mama, I don't know. Anyway, Jeffrey, behave yourself. Behave yourself, JT. She was sentenced to 2 years in prison. So how nobody not gonna prison in a SSL yet? This is a case it finished away quickly, but SSL still going on. What hello, see the level of corruption in this country? We don't hear nothing more about anything, you know. We see the level of corruption in this country. God help us all. General people, thank you all for coming on. Thank you all for being a part of this program. There is a video circulating. Let me see if I can get something on the Observer here. The Observer on YouTube. Let me figure out something. You don't go anywhere yet. There is something that's coming into us. Jamaica Observer. Jamaica Observer. Jamaica Observer. You come here. Okay. All right, I don't see it on here, you know, but no, I don't see it on here. I was looking for something in particular that I saw a while ago. Oh no, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. There is something coming into us that we need to see. Hold on for me, please. But I want to go in. Hold on there. There's a little news that we all need to see. The rain has created a little bit of mystery in the land of wood and water. There it is.
That they're falling trees in areas of like Perth Road, New Green Road, and some areas in some other divisions. I'm understanding too that the roof of the Alexander Basic School, some sections of it has been torn off. But at Perth Road, the fire services have gone there, caution off the area. A tree has been fallen, the light wires are down, so we're asking persons to use the alternate route to Bloomfield Street or to Balvenie. We are watching the situation at this time and to see whether or not we need to do any other announcements to persons. We have been having rains, but I am glad that so far Ward Avenue is still a good road. We have done some works over the weekend. We have cleared about 2 drains along Smoky Street. We have removed the blockage from the area that was blocked. And so we're just praying that through this weekend that the areas and the roadways will remain open.
There you have it. It has been, there you have it. Jamaica is going through a little wet weather right now where you have fallen trees and so forth. So there you have it. A little bit of rain is going on in Jamaica. It's a hurricane season, you know. So just be careful and pray to God that everything goes well. Also in the news that Elaine Thompson-Era will not go to Paris to represent Jamaica. She has fallen out of the track meet. She will not be in Paris to represent Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, people, we gotta go. I want to say thank you all for coming on. Thank you all for being a part of the program. Join us later on this afternoon when we'll be having another discussion on issues facing our nation, the Caribbean, and indeed the world. Until you hear my voice again, may God bless you. May God bless Jamaica land we love. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Make we talk.